32 FM 94.9.
Beautiful Tuesday morning to you. It's 30 minutes past 6 from our studio. You're on to 32 FM 94.9, your favorite station, your laughter station. I am Olutayo Gwade and I welcome you to your morning tonic.
Right, I am Chike Obogu. It's time for the paper review this morning on this dial, 32FM 94.9. I have with me the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, and the Daily Post this morning.
Alright, let me start from Daily Trust newspaper. One shot dead as police foil attempt to burn down Imo Palace. Nasarawa government to focus beyond football. Jaguar. Okay, NPFL 3SC secure first league win as Gombe United deemed Lobby Stars. Plateau bride to be kidnapped Plateau bride to be kidnapped hours to wedding. A terror kingpin Turkey releases 52 abducted victims. Let's see another one here from Daily Trust newspaper. Kidnappers in Plateau will face death penalty. Lalong. Crude oil price hit $78.34 ahead of OPEC meeting. Ekpazu endorses Senator Ayim for presidency. Imo now a war zone. Imo Igbo cleric, traditional rulers demand end to killing. A 1.3 billion naira Zungero power project to be commissioned in phases. Soludo Obiano didn't give conditions to support my governorship ambition. 2023 election, Obiagbon wants APC Buhari to proffer pathway to victory. At Kwankwanso, Ganduje trade words over 2019 governorship election.
And from the Punch newspaper this morning, bold headline, front page, New Year celebrations, experts project high infection rate as Nigerians shun protocols at fun sports. With these riders, uncontrolled crowds at beaches, others to feel community transmission, expert warns. Recovery rate drops by 73.2%. NCDC distributes 400,000 COVID-19 test kits. More headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning with this picture there with the governor of Lagos State inspecting the rail line. Lagos train service will begin this year. That's coming from Sanwo-Olu. Police go after revelers behind attack on Tenny in Rivers community. Sanwo-Olu, Wike, others mourn Olubadan, hail monarch for contributions. Men exchange blows, arrested as hired killer fails to eliminate pregnant ex-wife. APC tackles Shehu Sani over governorship bid, calls ex-senator idle blogger. Last mile thugs brutalize driver, impounds bus, agency ignores driver's petition. 8 dead, 17 injured in Ogun. Akwa Ibom crashes. FRSC blames speeding. Others. More headlines from the Punch newspaper. Buhari. Others mourn Tofa as MK Abiola's presidential poll opponent dies at 74. Why Jonathan must support Igbo presidency in 2023. That's from the Ohanezen Igbo. Sustained bombings force terrorists to surrender. ACF tells military. Nigeria's debts vulnerable, costly, alerts World Bank. Customs, immigration, 13 others fail to remit 127 billion naira. That's coming from an audit report. CBN, SEC, others to lift financial sector with fresh 1.54 trillion naira investment. These are some headlines from the Punch newspaper.
Let's take another look, or let's take a look at Premium Times amid military offensive. Notorious bandit Turkey releases 52 kidnapped victims. 2021, the year traveling Nigerians found it difficult to get passports. 6 die in Lagos Abeokuta Expressway accident. COVID-19. Nigerian government introduces new regulations for visitors to State House over outbreak. Rising concerns over secrecy of public officials' assets. Okay, let me take that again. Rising concerns over secrecy of public officials' assets declaration. CCB's role. OPC not among groups seeking support for Tinubu orders. Spokesperson. OPC not among groups seeking support for Tinubu orders. Spokesperson. Buhari doesn't seek favor from his appointees. NDDC Administrator Tofa buried in Kano as tributes pour in. Buhari Fayemi Oyetola Mon Olubadan. Darwin College to remain shut as other Lagos schools resume on Tuesday. Buhari's disagreement with NAS over 2022 budget doesn't affect their relationship. Presidency, APC chieftain shot dead. And on COVID-19, Borno reports 6 deaths as Nigeria records 553 fresh infections.
All right, from the Daily Post this morning, headline here, Kuwait's Haitham Al-Ghazi to succeed Nigeria's Mohammed Barkindo as OPEC Secretary General. And we have more stories here. Valentine Ozibo, PDP Anambra gubernatorial candidate, loses father. And here, Tenny was not there was no attempt to kidnap me. This is coming from Tenny. There was no attempt to kidnap me. Electoral Act, Nigeria unprepared for direct primary in 2023. IPAC backs Buhari. Jamal R. Community begs Bauchi governor not to relocate state varsity campus. Let me take that story again. Jamar Community begs Bauchi government not to relocate state varsity campus. 2023, why Nigerians should support Oshibajo to succeed Buhari as president. That's coming from Kau. More headlines from the Daily Post. Buhari reacts to Bashir Tufa's death. Buhari reacts to Bashir Tufa's death. Tenny breaks silence on gunshot incident in River State. Tenny breaks silence on gunshot incident in River State. More headlines here. Olubadan's stool. Do not install Lake Balogun. He has already been crowned Oba. Lawyer petitions Makinde. Tofa was patriotic, wanted to serve his country. ACF mourns. IPOB bans Nigerian national anthem in Southeast schools. Slaughtering of cows for ceremonies. IPOB bans Nigerian anthem in schools. Slaughter of cows for ceremonies. Sanwo-Olu reappoints Ayodele Subara for LIRS. Names Christian Muslim board's chairman. Okay, 2023. Shehu Sani reels out 12-point agenda for Kaduna State if elected governor. You are a resourceful diplomat. Buhari celebrates ex-minister Bolaji Akinyemi at 80. FRSC confirms death of 2 kids in Akwa Ibom auto crash. More headlines here. Police officers in Zamfara allege delay in salary payments. 2023. I don't care if Nigeria's next president is Christian or Muslim. That's coming from Bishop Okonkwo there. 2 more headlines. Olubadan Oba Adetunji accommodated all, irrespective of political affiliations. This coming from the Oyo PDP. Otom reacts to group's rejection of Deeper Life Pastor Eliago as new Ochoi Doma. And lastly, OPC disowns Oshibajo, Tinubu, Fayemi. That's coming from the Daily Post newspaper this morning.
And from The Guardian, 1 year after AFCFTA still in limbo, Naira drops to record low amid New Year uncertainties. Inflationary pressure took shine off economic growth in 2021. More players arrive as Eagles begin training in Abuja. 45 cruise passengers with COVID disembark in Italy. UK Prime Minister says hospitals face considerable pressure. 2 Tunisian soldiers killed in helicopter crash. Still from The Guardian, we have another one here. Okay, let me see. From The Guardian, Hernandez sideline as Bayern lose 2 more to COVID. Not so much from The Guardian today. Let's see another one here from The Nation newspaper.
All right, from The Nation newspaper this morning, the row between Edwin Clark and Obasanjo. There's this write-up here. It says, we want to know who owns the oil. Want to know who owns the oil? Reactionary undertones of fuel subsidy removal. There are some write-ups there to read. Okay, more headlines here. Probe alleged fraud in Abia. HEDA urges ICPC. Let's go back to competitive constructive federalism. That's coming from Professor Kemi. 2022 drama of courts, cases, litigants. Something to read, an interesting one there. Sunshine Stars, Rivers United clash ends goalless. Sunshine Stars, Rivers United clash ends goalless. Every man wants me, says BB Ninja's Maria. Okay.
Continue.
Do you want that? All right. Doctor said I wouldn't make it past 2020, says Uche Ogbodo. More headlines here. Gunmen abduct bride to be on wedding day in Plateau State. No more national anthem singing in Southeast schools. IPOB threatens. Coming again with their threat. Buhari's threat to NDDC looters. More rhetoric, says Ijo Congress. More headlines here. Controversy trails selection of new Olubadan of Ibadan land. Okay, Mbaka gives Akanchawa singer Gozie a new car. More headlines from the Nation newspaper. Lady exposes alleged high-level corruption at Alagomeji train station. Lady exposes alleged high-level corruption at Alagomeji train station. And lastly, police kills suspected IPOB member in foiled Imo Palace attack. These are some headlines from the Nation newspaper this morning.
Now, the indigenous people of Biafra has banned the slaughtering of Fulani cows and the recitation of the Nigerian national anthem in Biafra land. That's coming from the southeast. Okay, and of course, MK Abiola's challenger in 1993 election, Bashir Tofa, is dead. We're going to first commercial break now. When we return, we'll go straight to the analysis.
bọ́dún bá ti dé pèrègùn amáwọ̀ tuntun wọ̀. ìdí nìyí tí iléeṣẹ́ Titan Farms kárí ayé ṣe ń kí gbogbo oníbàárà wa àti gbogbo olùbádókòwò pọ̀ kó àmójúbà ọdún tuntun 2022. wọ́n ní tá a bá ṣọdún èyí tán á tún ṣe mí nínú àlàáfíà àwọn ìdẹ̀ra. bí iléeṣẹ́ Titan Farms ṣe wá ń kí wa kó àmójúbà ọdún tuntun ni wọ́n tún dúpẹ́ ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ tó fi mú àtìlẹ́yìn tí gbogbo wa ń ṣe lóòrèkóòrè. wọ́n ní bá a ṣe ṣe lọ́dún tó kọjá ká tún ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lọ́dún yìí ká lè bá a jèrè bá a ṣe ń fẹ́. wọ́n lọ́dọọdún ní sápóruwé ọdọọdún ní màrìwò ṣọ̀ṣọ́ ọdún òní dùn kọ́mọ òbí ó má gborí igbá. lọ́dún 2022 yìí igba alẹ́ alẹ́ àwọlé òní pẹ̀dín àtàwọn àti yín àjọrí tajé ṣe àríbá ti ṣe àárọ̀ náà gbégbà ire gbogbo ni ó sì bá wa gbé. Happy New Year 2022 Titan Farms ló ń kí gbogbo wa kú àmójúbà ọdún tuntun.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. We'll be joined now by Austin Idumo. Remember, it's 6:18 a.m. on this side. You can join us live on YouTube. The handle is at 32FM 949 Ibadan. 32FM 949 Ibadan. You can drop your messages there. We'll get to read them, and then we'll open the phone lines later on. You're a first-time caller. Okay, you're just a first-time listener to this program. You can then join later on with these numbers: 070 5000 949 and 080 970 949. More headlines here.
All right, we'll just go straight to the first story. Austin Odumo is right here in the studio. Good morning to you, Austin Odumo.
Good morning, Tayo.
And compliments of the new year.
Thank you.
Compliments of the season.
Thank you. Wishing you the very best for the new year.
Okay, let's take this first story here from home. Charity begins here. Ex-Oyo Attorney General writes Makinde gives reasons why Chief Lekan Balogun can't be next Olubadan. A former Attorney General of the Oyo State, Michael Ano, in a letter to the Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, argued that Lekan Balogun is unfit to be crowned as the next Olubadan of Ibadan. The lawyer cited some ongoing legal cases that affected the eligibility of Balogun to become the Olubadan. In a letter dated the 3rd of January, Lano explained that installing Balogun as Olubadan would amount to an aberration and illegality. You'll be monitoring following this story since the passing on of the late Olubadan.
Yes, somehow I still believe that the issues will be resolved. When Governor Seyi Makinde came on board, he displayed so much wisdom in ensuring that the issue was resolved amicably. But somehow too, some people had to also go to the court. That is the reason why those in government must be very careful, because their actions and inactions has the capacity to outlive them. Because when a problem is created, it becomes a problem, not only for today, but for future. Looking at what transpired at that particular point in time, you discover that some high chief were elevated to the position of Oba. And if you look at the Justice Boade commission at that particular time that the governor set up to review the chieftaincy law of Oyo State, you discover that that particular commission excluded the 11-member Olubadan Council. You understand? Excluded the 11-member Olubadan Council. But because the action was politically motivated, the governor at that time, as a political mission, still had to nullify that particular section of that amendment and went ahead at that time to crown some obas, people that were originally on the line to the Olubadan ascendancy throne. So that makes it very complex. Now, the Osi Olubadan at that time, which was former governor of Oyo State, Rashidi Ladoja, had to go to court to challenge that particular illegality. Then Justice Aiki ruled that that particular amendment and elevation of members of Olubadan in council to Oba negates the chieftaincy law of Oyo State and the Olubadan ascendancy structure. Then the case went to the appeal court. The government at that time went to the appeal court. What the appeal court did was to set aside the Justice Aiki ruling and order for a retrial without looking at the merit of that particular case, the illegality or otherwise of the action of the government at that time. So the case became complicated. When Seyi Makinde came on board, the governor administered that, let there be amicable resolution of the issue. He said that you still continue to wear the beaded crown and you still be on the line, but all cases in court must be withdrawn. But if you look at the story critically, the man that is supposed to be the next Olubadan now and some other people among the 11-member Olubadan in council had to still go to court. Now there are insinuations and feelers that you can't be Oba, and Oba and already Oba cannot be elevated to another level of Obaship. You understand? So it is either number one, they withdraw their pending cases in court, or they relinquish their former crown. That what happened at that time was a form of illegality. I said the other time, I said government must be very, very careful in whatever that is done. The ascendancy to the Olubadan throne is one of the most peaceful across Nigeria, if not West Africa. In my village, Tayo, people kill one another to become king. But it has never happened in the history of Ibadan land. And every other traditional institution in Nigeria envy the ascendancy structure in Ibadan.
But there's a new twist to the whole thing, occasioned by, what was started, or what was done by the late former governor, Abiola Ajimobi.
Yes, the action was politically motivated at that time. I just told you the content of Justice Boade's report at that time, that the people at the remote villages, we can give them crown. So that, for example, if Olubadan is going out on a mission, he can take all these people. But members of the Olubadan in council, 11 members, don't forget these 11 members are the one in charge of 11 local governments within Ibadan. So it suggests that these are his council members. Don't forget at that particular point in time, there was an issue, because this Olubadan will call for a council meeting and they will not come. So that was the major issue. But in my view, I believe this current administration, because of the move the governor made when he came to office, the issue will still be resolved amicably. I want the government to look at it vis-a-vis settling the issue, because what is
Governor Seyi Makinde expected to do in this situation?
Yes, what the governor is expected to do is to come. Don't forget, there will also be an official proclamation. The governor had to still come out and be properly informed that the Olubadan has died and declare that stool vacant. Then we'll now look at how do we fill that stool. We already know the next in line. That is the beauty of the Olubadan stool. But the point now is that there are cases in court and there are contradictions and controversy. Let's resolve this issue once and for all, so that going forward we will not have a situation. The last issue that we have about this current, the immediate past Olubadan, was just the Seriki issue, and he couldn't fly. You understand? But now we are having legal tussle even from within members of Olubadan in council. I believe so much that this current administration will act properly, because when the government came on board, they were not biased in the issue. They ensured that there was amicable resolution at that particular point in time. So first of all, the government will be officially notified that the Olubadan throne is vacant. They will now look for how to fill. Perhaps this other high chief will be called. Cases in court might be withdrawn.
The center of gravity in this whole conversation seems to be Senator Ladoja.
Okay, Senator Rashid Ladoja.
Yes, Senator Rashid Ladoja. He was the one that rejected the crown at that time and took the state government to court and got a favorable ruling at the High Court until that judgment was set aside by, there were issues at that particular point in time. There were some complaints from members of Olubadan in council. But what Ladoja felt at that time was that he shouldn't have gotten to a level of being politically motivated to the level of tampering with an old structure, a structure that cannot be controverted. Look at what we are having now. The beauty of this particular throne is that once Olubadan is gone, the next in line, everybody will know the next in line, and that makes it very important and very strategic. And I believe that all hands must be on deck. There should be a win-win situation at the end of the day, so that Ibadan will be returned back to our glory as far as that particular chieftaincy tool is concerned.
All right, Austin, yesterday from conversations with Ibadan indigents, they believe all these things would end, that Senator Lekan Balogun would become the next Olubadan, and that it will be very easy to withdraw the case in court. How easy is that?
Of course, it will be easy to withdraw the cases that are in court. Not just one, I think about 2 cases are in court. It could be easy. That was why this particular governor made move at the inception of his administration to ensure that there was an amicable, and it succeeded at that time, if not the latest cases that were in court. And the appeal court also created some loophole, because you are supposed to nullify what was done. This fiat judgment, where you just make the judgment open-ended, does not do us a favor as a people. You said the lower court head, you set aside the judgment and order for a retrial. You should make a proclamation as far as affirmative judgment is concerned. So because of that loophole at that time, look at what we are facing. At the end of the day, what will be might still be, but let us look for a way to resolve the issue once and for all, so that once an Olubadan stool is vacant, we will have the peace of mind that so and so who is next in line will assume that particular office.
Is that not why they call Ibadan Magbotikuyo? The moment one goes, you know the next.
Yes, the moment one goes, you know the next. You imagine the immediate past Oba, you know, when Baba Odulano died, before even the stool was declared vacant, 2 other people died. I don't know whether you understand. So he became king by providence. He was not even supposed to become king at all, but for the fact, and the beauty is also that you don't wish the next person dead. If you are on that line, immediately you insinuate, or you think, or you imagine that, oh, how I wish this person will go so that it becomes my turn. You are most likely going to go forth. So let's return back to the status quo, and let's return Ibadan to our glory.
Okay, before we leave the Ibadan story, this is a suggestion by the former Attorney General of Oyo State. That's Michael F. Lana. He came the last 2 paragraphs of his letter to the governor of Oyo State. He said there are only 2 ways to deal with this insinuation, with these situations. One is for the high chiefs to withdraw the aforementioned cases, and the other is to wait for the court to pronounce on it before any step is taken to install an Olubadan. If the court holds that they have the right to be Obas and entitled to wear beaded crowns, then they are perpetually barred from becoming another Oba. Nowhere in the customary law of any Yoruba town is an Oba elevated to become another Oba. And the last paragraph, it says, if only on the other hand, the court holds that the terms of settlement stands and their Obaship title is illegal, then they are free to be elevated to the post of Olubadan. The ball, Your Excellency, is in your court.
The governor will take appropriate and informed decision. I know that for sure, because it's not an interested party.
Is it in the governor's court?
Of course, it's not in the
or in their own court.
The ball is in the governor's court. At that particular point in time, the late governor did everything to ensure that he tampered with the old structure. Now we have another governor. You understand? So the governor, anywhere, Ibadan is unique and peaceful. Anywhere. I could remember the Olateru Olagbegi,
Ondo State.
Akinrutan.
Okay,
Obat Olugbo. Mimiko withtold that staff for a long time. You understand? Until an issue happened, he remembered that he was his friend, he supported his election, and he had to give him staff of office. So governors are very powerful as far as this issue
based on the chief law.
Yeah, based on the chief's law. But however, governors must be very careful. Politicians must be very careful not to distort the existing structure, especially when it borders on chieftaincy matters.
All right, let's look at this headline. IPOB bans cows in Southeast. The indigenous people of Biafra on Monday said cows reared by Fulani herdsmen will no longer be used for any social event in the Southeast. The group stated this in a New Year address by its head of directorate, Mazi Chike Doziem, through its media and publicity secretary, Ima Powerful. The ban, IPOB said, will take effect from April. It said only native cows will be allowed in the region for such events. It urged traditional rulers, the clergy and town unions to ensure the message reaches the grassroots. The group also banned the reciting of the national anthem in schools across the Southeast.
So definitely the government will have to step in because you can't have a republic within a republic, a nation within a nation. IPOB should also give the government the benefit of the doubt to look at political solution to all the going issues as far as insecurity is concerned in that region. If we want to talk about marginalization, let us address it frontally. This idea of taking laws into our hands cannot help the situation. If you want to by fiat ban the use of cow for ceremony, how feasible and how realistic would that be? They also have the right and the opportunity under our laws to do their business. What we are saying is that in the process of doing your business, it must not constitute threat to the businesses and the life of others. And what IPOB could do through their ESN is to ensure that there is peace. We want peace, we want security, both for those that are doing their business and for the indigent. That is what we are talking about. This dichotomy of bringing out others, want to do this. Of course, they want to set up government within government, and the national government will not allow this. So this is a new year. Let them address the issue, engage at the highest level of authority, which I think some critical stakeholders within the Igbo land has done towards the end of last year. So let them give the government the benefit of the doubt to be able to address their grievances and possible meet their demand rather than taking the laws into their hands.
Don't you think the government is not doing enough in having a dialogue with these people?
Yes, the government might not be doing enough from all indication, but what we canvassed for towards the end of last year is that a high power stakeholder forum be convened, and some elder statement from within the eastern part of the country met with Mr. President at the State House, and some resolutions were made at that particular meeting. This idea of coming up now with laws and decree will not help the situation. Whether the government has done enough or is not doing enough, it does not suggest that some group of people within a particular area will have to hold other people to ransom. So what are they trying to insinuate? They are saying that the Fulani elders who are legitimate businessmen in that region should pack their cow and get out of the region. How possible will that be? I hope this is not the year we'll continue to have a vision notice. Let's allow peace a chance. The non-recitation of the national anthem. Which anthem would they be reciting? We have government colleges, federal government schools in that area. So it cannot work. That's the truth of the matter. Let's address the grievance and ensure that at the end of the day, we allow lasting peace to reign.
Right. Ahead of the 2023 presidential election, insinuations arrive that President Muhammadu Buhari is secretly wooing his predecessor in office, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC.
Well, let's see how that goes. Whether they will woo him or technically deceive him to their party and disgrace him, or whether they will give him the presidential ticket, which is not visible. Anytime I read this type of news, I always imagine that I always imagine a situation where former President Goodluck Jonathan will stand on the podium or on the platform of the APC. I wonder what he will be saying. If he's still interested in becoming the president of Nigeria, I believe he should pursue that within his party, which is the PDP. There are a lot of
so President Buhari no longer rewards loyalty. He's not supporting Oshibajo. Neither is he supporting his friend Bola Tinubu.
Well, let's see how it goes. It's a matter of time, and this is the year that all of these issues will be determined.
Well,
but the idea of yes, these are speculations within the polity. The idea of whether former President Goodluck Jonathan would come to the APC is a possibility, though. But the idea of whether he will get the presidential ticket, I wonder why. But I feel if he does that, first of all, cross carpet to APC, and at the end of the day, get the ticket, his credibility will wane.
What are the calculations? What are the calculations? Because some say some are coming up with these postulations that ex-president Goodluck Jonathan might join the APC and have a one tenure presidential bid, and after that, power shifts back to the north.
Yes, for those who are promoting that idea, that is the basic calculation that they are looking at. How to quickly return the north back to this, yes, to Aso Rock. Let's see how that goes. It will definitely not fly. That's the issue. and the choice of former President Goodluck Jonathan will also slim the chances of the APC, which means that a lot of big wins will have to leave the party. Like I said earlier, even down south, the former President Goodluck Jonathan through APC might not even be able to, will not even be able to win South. That is the truth of the matter.
All right, let's look at this headline here. Nigeria's debt vulnerable, costly, alerts World Bank. The World Bank has disclosed that Nigeria's debt, which may be considered sustainable for now, is vulnerable and costly. According to the Washington-based global financial institution, the country's debt is also at risk of becoming unsustainable in the event of macro-fiscal shocks. The bank said this in the November edition of its Nigeria Development Update. Headline: Nigeria's debt vulnerable, costly, alerts World Bank. World Bank is warning again.
Yes, I think it's just like an understatement if we come up with that theory. There have never been a time Nigeria debt is sustainable. That's the truth of the matter. Even currently as we speak, is vulnerable and it's at a higher risk. A country that depends so much on consumption, and we borrow so much to finance deficit budget. We borrow so much to finance and service consumption. Look at the various subsidy that we pay. It's just like when you have cassava, you harvest your cassava and you give it to, I harvest my cassava, I give it to Chike, and Chike will give me gari to drink. That is the type of economy, especially in the petroleum sector, that we run. So the World Bank should come out, or the IMF should come out very clearly that Nigerian debt is no longer sustainable, especially to revenue. We talk about debt to GDP, for example. GDP does not pay debt on its own. You need revenue to be able to, first of all, service your debt and repay your debt. So that's the logic. Let the government maintain fiscal discipline. Look at other critical areas of the economy where funding can be channeled. And at the end of the day, we have a robust economy. It is not just the idea of accumulating borrowing. There is a projection that before President Muhammadu Buhari leaves office, our debt profile will hit 50 trillion.
Let me take this headline.
How sustainable would that be?
On Naira. Naira drops to record low amid New Year uncertainties.
Yes, apart from dropping to a record low, especially on the official window of the CBN, it's a technical way of devaluing the Naira. CBN has seen that it's not sustainable. Why do we have a situation where our Naira trade on our community in Nigeria? We have multiple exchange rates, and that is what experts has advised, that in this particular year, most especially, let the CBN come up with robust policy to stabilize the Naira, to strengthen and stabilize the exchange rate.
Is this not an indication that interventions in the past applied by the monetary authorities has not really worked?
Of course, it has not really worked, because for every policy of the CBN, Nigerians have a way of ambushing the policy. But there's also speculation that the dollars or the greenback the Nigerian politician has piled up, this is the year they will throw them out. So going ahead, maybe from the second quarter of the year, you may see a situation where the Naira will regain strength. But how do we ensure that the strength of the Naira does not become seasonal? Let's put policies and programs in place. CBN has, to some extent, rolled out some policies, but some of these measures are counterproductive. And don't also forget, when the government, the national government, engages in frivolous borrowing, huge borrowing, you are technically devaluing your home currency. That is what it means. A lot of people do not know this. How can you borrow so much billions of dollars and you expect your Naira to be stabilized? So that's the issue. This is a new year.
Is there a red line, that is to say, this is a level, if it falls, okay, this is a level, at least this is the benchmark. It must not fall below this line. Is there a red line? Is there?
Before now, there used to be a benchmark, but immediately the import and export window, the FMDQ, that the federal government through the CBN had to allow the currency to be market determined. Before it used to be 380. I think about 4 months ago, the CBN reviewed it. It stood at 411. Then at the end of the day, 418. But as we speak now, I think it's around close to 430 official window. So there have always been a benchmark. The idea of the benchmark was that the CBN will continue to use the instrumentality of the foreign reserve. You understand? The foreign reserve to cushion the effect and stabilize the naira. But CBN has since realized that the more weekly intervention it made, the more depletion will cause to the foreign reserve. So CBN is skeptical because at any point in time, both monetary and fiscal policies suggest that we must have a foreign reserve that can help us with at least a quarter of trade balancing within the country as far as international trade is concerned. So we need a reserve that can accommodate our import for at least 3 months. And that is why CBN has reduced some of this weekly intervention to strengthen the naira. But let us also look at the idea of exports. Let us increase our exports. If we don't diversify to increase our export, Tayo Chike, no matter what policy.
Is that what we refer to as productive base?
Yes. No matter what we do, except we increase and show up our productive capacity, the CBN intervention will just be a policy paper that may not be able to strengthen the naira. That's the truth. I just told you of a scenario where I have cassava, for example. I give it to you and you give me garri, and I'll be doing that over the years. Why can't I stay with you or understudy you and learn how you even process this cassava, make value addition, and ensure that there is a finished product, which is garri, that I need? So this is the economic situation that we find ourselves, and I think the government can do more to change the narrative, especially in the new year.
All right, it's still the Break at Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We'll go on a short break now. Now, when we come back, we'll open the phone lines and take some of your messages on YouTube. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Oh, yeah, rock your body. Everybody jolly. Dance here for the matter. Spread the love for the area. Share the joy with golden penny. Yeah. Celebrate with golden penny. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Auntie Shade. Auntie Uncle Jaye. Everybody they jolly. Now golden penny for the family. Oh, Baba, it's the season of love. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, it's the season of togetherness.
Season's greetings from Flour Mills of Nigeria PLC, owners of the iconic food brand Golden Penny.
Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ nípasẹ̀ ìròyìn BBC ní Yorùbá. Nítorí kí o tó lè tayọ, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n. Ní ìmísí pẹ̀lú àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìròyìn láti ibi àti káàkiri àgbáyé. Nígbà tí o bá ní ìmọ̀ nípa ohun tó ń lọ ní àgbáyé, o lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Mọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àyíká rẹ. Wá BBC News Yorùbá kàn.
Every kid is amazing at something. Give them amazing day. Amazing day instant cereal. Give them amazing day. Same calcium as a glass of milk. For healthy bones and teeth. Excellent source of protein. For daily growth and strength. Calcium, protein, vitamin A, dietary fiber.
Golden Penny Amazing Day Instant Cereal. Feed their amazing.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break at Dawn newspaper review. Let's open the phone lines now. You can join the discussion 07055 949 080 Those are the numbers to call.
Okay, the matter will be resolved amicably. The governor is an Ibadan man, and those involved are his fathers. They will call themselves to Makbo or Agodi House, and the next Olubadan will come up. Okay, Diran Babatunde, we got your message. On the issue of the new Olubadan of Ibadan land, honestly, Babalano has a very good point, but there is a good structure for it. We are appealing to the next Oba to do the needful by withdrawing the case about withdrawing the case. So Motola Numbasharan, we got that. Let's take this call here. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Adeshu Yamola from UI. Happy New Year to all of you here.
Thank you.
Forgotten Happy New Year. I wish you all the best in the new year. You see, when the issue of ownership in Ibadan happened the other time, because in my place, it's of, let me say, Yoruba land, when you are from Palace, there are some spirits that will be shaping you that if you become rich in the future, you want to become over, then they kill you. But that is the case in your state. And when we noticed this thing, when the former governor was alive and bringing civilization to this thing, we were raising this issue that a day like this will come. But their supporters, they are insulting us. It has come to pass now. I pray that this one, let the governor, God will give the governor the wisdom to nullify all those things that the former governor did, so that we can, the right person, just the status quo, the person is the Oba. No civilization, let them not scatter in the walls because of politics. Let's have the best of today.
Thank you, Adeshui. Timothy Okorie, good morning. It will amount to effort in futility if Jonathan joins APC for political ambition. And Kedron Babatunde also sent this, let Jeg go to the APC to scatter the party while he disgraces himself as statesman. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Chike.
Good morning.
Alaji Asala from Coca-Cola.
Good morning, Alaji.
Hello?
Good morning, Alaji.
Go on, Alaji.
Yeah. I wanted to speak on the issue of Jonathan, former President Jonathan going to APC to contest. I think I so much love the submission of Austin, because I don't know if that will be possible, but let's agree that Nigerian politicians, anything can happen. But in the south, generally, even in south, I think if that happens, Jonathan will lose a lot of credibility. That's just it. But I don't know. I don't believe that could happen, because it will mean a kind of implosion in APC too, if that happens. That was that. On the issue of ownership in Ibadan, as it's totally, in Chomadaru and Iketo, what is already okay, you don't say you want to do anything to it again. So that's the shortcoming of the former governor.
Thank you, Alaji. 009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everybody in the house.
Good to have you.
This is John Olariwaju from Agbo. On the issue of Oba in Ibadan, so I don't want to say much about it. I know that everything will be settled. The point is that it's good to wait for your time. Don't rush beyond your destiny. Whatever God has destined for you, it will surely come. So that's the lesson I learned from it. And for the former President Jonathan and the North politics, this is North politics. They know what they were doing. In my own view, they want the North to come back in 2023. That is why they want to bring the Jonathan back to the APC. If he comes to APC, it's a joker. It's a game that people may go against him, most especially people in the Southwest here. And they will prefer for the PDP to go into the power, which we all know that PDP will present the North candidate. And people will go for the North candidate. And even if the Jonathan now wins, he's only going to spend just 4 years and power will shift back to the North. That's the game they were playing. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you for your call there.
0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Can you speak up a little?
Good morning, Chike.
Good morning.
Good morning. Because of the matter. Please, on the issue of Jonathan go to APC or not, we are less concerned about it. I know, and I've said it on this platform. The APC and PDP cannot solve our problem. You see, I said it. When you have problem, what is the source of your problem? You think that political parties are a problem? Let's assume the political parties are a problem. It's only the structure. That's why I'm saying we want to change the structure. Like nobody can do it. Even basically, someone thinking in America cannot do it here. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for calling. 0705 500949 0809 7949.
Okay, we have this one. There is no Jupiter that can upturn Senator Lekan Balogun from being crowned as the next Olubadan. There is a lot of lies peddling against Lekan Balogun. It won't work. Akinkumi Bolaji. We got a message on YouTube. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is from Oyo. No, Chief Lana is the lawyer to Ladoja. You should please help us in Ibadan, not to destroy Ibadan. We know there is problem. And technically the problem has been solved with Governor Shinakide. You should allow Lekan Balogun to be the next government. He knows about Ibadan. Manuel is lawyer to Ibadan. It is Ibadan that is using him. You should let him be in Ibadan. Have a nice time.
Right, 0705 500949.
No Jupiter.
There is Jupiter. Of course, it might still become the Olubadan, but some people could also create a stalemate. You understand? To make the throne to be pending for a longer time, and we don't wish for that to happen. Like I said earlier, the activity leading towards the next coronation will be officially determined and announced by the state government. As far as the state government is concerned now, it looks as if the Olubadan is still alive until they come out with official pronunciation. You understand? So I want the issue to be resolved amicably. I think that is also the joy of an average Ibadan person. But the truth of the matter is that it's a learning point for all of us. Going forward, there are certain things politically that you cannot distort. But if you distort it, it will create a lacuna. And this is what we are having as at today.
A learning point. Kamafe Nibolaje.
Yes, that's just the bottom line.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Tayo. Good morning, Daily and Austin. This is okay.
Morning.
This morning, I just make a passionate appeal to the politicians. Ibadan too used to be high up to today have high regard, the most organized, the most arranged, the most respected. As far as I'm saying, they have a way of handing over to the next. I appeal to the politicians, and I beg the governor who has been doing the right thing on that issue to please, we don't want them to scatter this like they've done to the other ones. You talked about Ondo State there. We appeal to them. Mine is appealing this morning. I beg everybody, please, let's not scatter these ones like we've been doing others. I appeal to them. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Okay.
Thank you, okay.
0705 500949 0809 7949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please, on the issue of Baba in Ibadan, please, we invite people to mind their speech on the issue. Please, the issue of Ibadan, people should try to understand. We are not saying Robert Lekan should not be crowned. But what we are saying, let the next Robert do the needful. I'll go to the court and withdraw the case. The man has a very good point. Babala, no. Let's call it spade a spade. This is the vote of the masses. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for calling 0705 500949 0809 7949. Those are the numbers to call. You can reach us here. Austin, there's this story, this headline that I would want you to react to, but let's put this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Well, the caller is there. Hello.
Okay.
009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
We can
Good
hear
morning.
you.
We
Good
can hear you
morning.
loud and clear.
Okay, Ademola Adebi speaking from Apete.
All right.
Happy New Year to everybody in the studio.
Thank you.
It's on the issue of Olubadan throne. You see, what the past governor did
is an excellent thing. But it depends the manner and the ways people looking at it. Now, imagine calling all the Obas in Yoruba land and the Otun and Balogun of Ibadan land will now follow Olubadan of Ibadan land down. In that kind of occasion, they will allow Olubadan to come in. Balogun will be there, Osogbo, the king of Osogbo will be there, and then they now say that the Balogun of Ibadan should stay outside. Who is it when Balogun of Ibadan is speaking? Who are those? So that's the reason why Adimobi told these people to kill. So whenever they call on king, they will be there. In the past, who can face Balogun of Ibadan land? In the whole of Yoruba land. Please. And then the governor North. Good morning.
All right, good morning and thank you for calling. Austin, quickly, I want to ask him this interesting question. If it gets to a stalemate, don't you think we should invoke Ifa to tell us who the next Olubadan will be?
Let's pray it will get to a perpetual stalemate.
But it is traditional. Let Ifa come and tell us who the next Olubadan will be.
Yes, it is traditional, but the Ibadan system has made provision for a situation where the next in line will automatically emerge without having to consult Ifa or what have you. It is what you don't know that you consult Ifa for. But the Ibadan system is short the next 10 Olubadan to the back.
Even the next 44 people.
You will know. You understand? Yeah. That is the essence of the level member Olubadan in council.
Would you invoke Ifa Tayo?
So that's the issue. The right thing, like the caller said, the right thing can also be done in the wrong way. That's the truth. You want to modernize the system, at the same time using politics to bastardize the whole process.
We have to
and
go.
This is what we are seeing today.
We have to go now. Thank you, Austin, for featuring on Break a Dawn Paper Review.
Thank you.
Tayo, I hope to see your Kwanfa very soon.
Well, we just appeal that let everything be done in order, and let peace reign.
All right.
And let order be restored.
My name is Chike Ubogu. Good morning, and thank you for listening.
I am Olutayo Ogunade. Have a great day.
FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.